Good morning, everybody. I think like the Azores guys, I also wasn't sure I was going to give this presentation today. So I put a whole lot of stuff on my flash stick before I left, and when I saw the last video, I thought, okay, let me show you guys a little video. But just as an introduction, South African coastline, we've got 2,000 kilometers of coast. We've got two oceans, the Atlantic and the Indian Ocean, that wash our shores, and therefore we've got 37 species of cetaceans out of a world population of 80, almost 80 plus, so that's almost 50%. We only have one operator per bay allowed in South Africa. Right, doesn't matter how big the boat is, only one person. Nobody else may go closer than 300 meters to a cetacean unless you have a permit. All right, and those permits are only issued every 5 years. And the application process is absolutely huge. You've got to go through an attorney, and they judge you on all sorts of things like, okay, you must have the right guide, you must have the right boat. But what sets people apart is that they want to know, what are you doing for marine conservation? And that's where you can score better points, and that's where you can actually get or not get the permit. So there they'll judge you under what are you doing for marine education at schools, especially in the previously disadvantaged schools like anyone that's not white. You've got to do a lot of projects there, community projects. What are you doing to stop pollution? What are you doing to help scientists? And the list can go on and on and on. And the more that you put in there, the more chance you have of actually getting that permit every 5 years. So if you want to invest a lot of money in a boat and think, well, after 5 years it's going to get taken away from me, you must make sure that it doesn't. And that's where the crux comes. And so that kind of works very well for us. The cetaceans don't get stampeded by hundreds of boats. And it's very well policed at this stage. And although in the past it wasn't working, and the reason it wasn't working was because people say, okay, I'm doing whale watching, but I'm not going closer than 300 meters. So they could still get away with it. It's very difficult to prove that a person is going closer. So guess how we got around that? And this is the whole crux of how the whole industry was transformed. It's now law that if you do not have the whale watching permit or dolphin watching permit, you may not advertise it. And if you can't advertise it, you're not going to get the customers. And it's very easy to prosecute someone. You pull up their website and you say, look, you're advertising whale and dolphin watching, you don't have a permit, here's a $10,000 fine. All right, stop it. And that way it works very well.